I'm going to introduce our next speaker because it's me. Just like an audience member has to become a speaker, apparently your host has been asked to do the same thing. I'm not a TED employee like my lovely co-host Kelly. I'm a poet, and a few years ago, TED asked me to come and do my stuff at the conference in Monterey. And I did, and back then I was a man with a microphone. I did my poetry, and when I got done with my first conference, really my first day, I had two thoughts, and one was, oh, I want to use visuals. I want to use that screen. I want to make something kind of sexy even. And my second thought was, I want to be good at something, you know? Look what we have to follow today. We had a pop star, and we have an aerial photographer, and an architect, and someone who's been in outer space, and they're all brilliant, and it makes you think, okay, what am I good at? I mean, what do I know how to do? Me personally, besides being a smartass, you know? I thought, if I did a how-to demonstration, what would I do? I'm going to switch hats. This is my own computer. If I could actually get this up on the screen, I'm gonna show you what I've been working on lately. I've only done this once before, and I'll be honest with you, I did not stick the landing. So we're going to see how today goes. This is a lock. This is a fence. To the right, a sign. To the left, another sign. Just to the west, all the busy cars on the FDR. That's Manhattan. This is a fence. And there is always a fence or a guard or a door. Your goal, accomplish the opposite of what that kind of stuff is for. You are not trespassing at this point. You are trespassing at this point. Hop the fence. Don't get caught. I don't know what else to tell you. If you must do so in the middle of the blessed day, you might want to pick up an orange construction vest you find along the way. You will feel simultaneously conspicuous and invisible. This is a path that leads to a barge that floats on a river that isn't. Turns out the East River is not a river. It's a tidal strait. Strait because it connects Long Island Harbor with Upper New York Bay. Tidal because it changes its opinion reliably 4 times a day as it flows past the Williamsburg Bridge. There's a view of the bridge from the shore. And the barge from the shore. To the left there, what appears to be a girder turns out to be a girder. Or if you wish, a gangplank you can use to cross over the water. And why you want to get to all the barge-type treasures. The fire, the ice, a whole menagerie of things you don't usually get to see, so that this becomes this, and this becomes a crane. Way up at the top, roughly 200 feet off the deck, is a bucket roughly the size of a phone booth on its side. And I happen to know what a phone booth on its side looks like, but that's a totally or almost totally unrelated adolescent anecdote. See, we've already seen a lock. We've seen a fence, we've ignored some signs, we've gone down a path to get to a gangplank, to cross to a barge where our adventure will end eventually. It all depends on how we treat the crane, which is big, it is red, it's exactly where we want to be. Step 1, step 2, and that ladder makes 3. This is the view from inside a bucket, on top of a crane that sits on a barge that floats on a river that flows past a bridge on its way to a harbor that girdles an island where I make my living. Try to make money, make love, maybe make a little mischief. But as for mischief, I remind myself at high noon, at midnight, that I'm not attracted to such antics just because they are illegal. I hope not. I am attracted to such antics just because they are pretty. And that is how you trespass in New York City. Thank you, Ted.